red script remains locked. It may open only to a password. Flaming fists this way.
Present me well from gifts thine own, or I shall rend thy flesh from bone. A grasping hand, an offering vile. Enter now the Dreadlord's trial.
Enough to keep us going. For now.
You gaze upon murder's progeny, child.
His most ill-trusted zealots.
His faithful departed.
Prodigal servants. Each returns to do his bidding eternally.
No, this city is not your home. This man's infamy is known to you, and his presence sparks dread in the pit of your stomach. Before you is Saravok Arnchev, a Baalist who almost brought Baldur's Gate to ruin a century ago. Davella was right. Not just an imitator, but Saravok himself.
This is the court of the Dread Lord's Tribunal. I am its custodian. Here come those who seek to transcend, aspirants of his most profane order, the would-be unholy assassins of Baal. But these are not aspirants. You have brought traitors of Baal into our midst. Harper Worm, the abdicating hero. Your keen sense for this city has withered in your absence.
Saravok, Baal's least favorite son. Still tied to Daddy's apron strings, I see.
The history they share may be long gone, but the threat of violence between them is as fresh as newly spilled blood. Neither party will let the other walk out of here alive.
What purpose do you have in bringing this heretic to the court of Baal? Speak, or death will be your final word.
Do not parley with this madman. Saravok reclaimed his soul once, and he still traded it back to his father for a pat on the head. He has earned his second death even more than his first.
You speak of the past. I speak of the future. Well, aspirant, do the shades of yesterday speak for you too? There are two paths to the Temple of Baal. To carve your devotion into flesh, or to be the carcass that is carved upon.
You make promises that aren't yours to keep. Take care that their breaking does not break something more.
I know this one well. I have traveled in her company. Whatever else may be said of her, she answers to no one but herself. It seems there is some disagreement on who is master here.
Only because I can no longer bear to look you in the eye.
I never thought I'd see this. The Grand Harper, brought to her knees before me. The violence pleases Baal. The domination pleases me. Your slaves may stand, the better to bear witness. You have earned the right to stand before Baal's tribunal. Approach, aspirant, and be judged. You misunderstand the Lord of Murder. He is not proud. He simply is. Let us begin. Spirit of the slaughtered, return to us. Show us the truth of this murderer's intent, and let us judge her for her bloody service.
His will be done.
Can it be Berlin herself, reduced to a specter?
You took this spirit's life, and thus its voice. So, speak for it. How was this pitiable creature slain?
Reverence.
Zeal.
Long may he reign!
Your offering pleases Lord Baal. Your words delight him. You slaughter well, aspirant. You are deemed worthy. Enter the Dreadlord's abattoir and submit to his will. You stand now on the cusp of the Dreadlord's favor. One killing secures your rebirth as an unholy assassin of Baal. The slaughter of a celestial being. Make violence of its goodness. Spill its blood, and bathe in Baal's eternal rapture.
Boy, I know you! Do not listen to this ancient fuck! Free me at once!
Spare no violence for the Dreadlord's grace, and savor every moment of the creature's slaughter.
Someone will stop you, Baalist. When they do, I hope it hurts.
Behold, Father, baptized in your most wretched name, a new, unholy assassin.
His most unholy will be done.
The Grand Harper, baptized in blood. What a sight to behold. I must admit, it brings me pleasure to baptize an unholy assassin in your presence, noble heroes.
We act with a purpose, Sarevok. Perhaps you have forgotten what that feels like.
You always were vulnerable to a grand narrative. Such weakness is common among heroes of your ilk. A word of advice, unholy assassin. Wrap your leash tighter about your slaves, lest their belligerence undoes you. It matters not. The Celestial is dead. The offering is made. The discards of history may yet find their true purpose in Baal's service. I bestow upon you the amulet of Baal, the vestment of his most unholy servants. With this amulet, he grants you entry to his chambers, the Undercity Temple of Baal. The portfolio of murder passes into your hands. Do it justice. Enact slaughter befitting a god.
Unholy assassin. Does have a certain ring to it.
Defender of the people.
Work to be done.
Never a dull moment.